4-year-old boy fatally shot himself with gun left on Dollhouse in Indiana, police say. And this is exactly why guns have become the #1 cause of death of children in the United States. This accident was 100% preventable. City police said a 4-year-old Muncie boy fatally shot himself Monday with a loaded handgun left on a child's dollhouse. I can't think of anything more careless, more irresponsible, more stupid than leaving the weapon that you're supposed to be using to protect your family and your property out to be easily accessible by children. We can take it a step further and say you left it out to be easily accessible to someone who can take it, rob your house, and use that same gun against you and your family. Something for the intruders to use just in case they forgot theirs on the way over. The shooting occurred at a house and was reported to emergency dispatchers shortly after noon. The child, wounded in the head, was taken by ambulance to IU Health Ball Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Later in the day, the boy's mother, Alicia Justine Smith, 22, and her 19-year-old boyfriend, Joseph Paul Marquise Jackson, were arrested on preliminary counts of neglect of a dependent resulting in death, a level 1 felony carrying up to 40 years in prison. It's not rocket science that a child at that age is curious, inquisitive, and is exploring the world around them. They remained in jail on Tuesday under $55,000 bonds. According to an affidavit, Jackson told investigators he owned a 9mm handgun that he routinely left sitting on a dollhouse in the bedroom he shared with Smith and her 2 children, ages 4, 2. I don't know the living situation where they might have to share a space where they're in close proximity to each other. That's neither here nor there. The gun should not have been that close to the play area or where the toys are being kept. On Monday, he and Smith indicated the 4-year-old boy, who commonly climbed on objects as children that age do, gained access to the gun, which police said would have been 3 feet 2 inches above floor level. If we're talking about making an attempt to keep things away from children, 3 feet 2 inches isn't keeping anything away from anybody. At 4 years old, he probably could have just reached for it without any climbing at all. Jackson said he was downstairs when the gun discharged in the second floor bedroom. Smith said she was in the bedroom with both of her children when her son was fatally wounded. She said the boy had been playing on a desk chair before she saw him holding the gun. The firearm then discharged and the child collapsed to the floor. Smith said Jackson had reportedly resided with Smith and her children for about a month, had left his gun sitting on the dollhouse at least 10 times, resulting in several related arguments. He should have been told to pack up and get the fuck out a long time ago. If you can't respect the safety of that woman's children, what are you really doing there? Jackson, however, maintained Smith had no objections to where he kept the gun. Zero accountability. Police reported there was a large gun safe on the home's first floor that could have been used to store the handgun. 100% preventable accident. On Tuesday afternoon, Delaware County Prosecutor Eric Hoffman formally charged Smith and Jackson with the neglect resulting in death counts. A huge takeaway from this: should be doing nothing has consequences also. There's no way that man should have still been living there when he refused to keep that firearm away from her children. They were also each charged with neglect of a dependent, a level 6 felony with a maximum 30-month sentence. The cases were filed in Delaware Circuit Court 4.